welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I have a Hog Rider video here for you guys. We're going to be taking a look at two different Hog Rider strategies here at Town Hall 10. We've got the Queen Charge Mass Hog Attack and the Go Hobo Attack Strategy. Hopefully you guys will stay tuned for those attacks. Before we look at this example, all of these attacks are proven from WHF Rising's war against the rated in MLCW Archer Queen division. So here we go. We got the first one here. And in this attack, what you're going to see is that he's going to start off with the funnel, just like how you would with any standard Go Hobo strategy. But you also need to remember that you are bringing two golems with this army composition. So kind of having the wall wrecker here kind of acts as that third golem. So you want to keep that in mind. Now notice where the queen is. Remember, the key specific value that you're trying to get with this attack is the enemy king, enemy queen, and enemy CC. These two are your big threats. You really want to take those out. So other than that, you can really get anything else like the Inferno or the Wizard Towers. Those will really help in the long haul. So what you'll see is that this is not a fresh attack. You'll see that he did already know where that Troll Tesla was, and he took it out easy with the loons. What you'll also see now is the funnel has been set with this this army camp right here, making it really easy for a funnel to be set. Just remember not to do that when you're base building. It just makes a funnel really easily. So what you'll see here is that the golems over there are tanking for the wizard tower, while the wall wrecker over here is opening up compartments. And there are bowlers within that wall wrecker, and what it's going to be able to do is help take out the enemy queen, enemy CC, as well as the king. And boom, that is really going to do it here, because they are going to be able to take it out easy. Now you can see spamming in those Hog Riders on a few defenses on the outside, but now healing them over, splash, giant bombs, bomb towers, inferno towers. That is a really, really critical spot, and maybe Tesla farms if the base has any. What you'll see is that he is going to be placing it over an inferno tower, just because, again, remember, the multi-target inferno does splash damage, and even though it's not like a wizard tower, it hits 5 units, so it's really deadly, and it does a lot of damage to those Hog Riders, so you really want to make sure that you can keep them healed up. And you'll see that he is going to be able to get through the rest of the base using that last heal spell over the mortar to keep them up, so that then when they go to the wizard tower, they're at full health. So there you guys go. That is your guys' example of the Go Hobo. We've got another example of the Go Hobo attack strategy here at Tunnel 10, but really giving you guys a very solid example and exactly what you're looking for. Even if that queen is really like away from your intended area, that is really, really good to know. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is you really want to know where the town hall is, specifically because if that wall wrecker goes in the direction that you don't want her to go, or don't want it to go, then that could be a bad idea. You really want to make sure that you know exactly where it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next example. Alright guys, so we've got our next example here, and this one is very, very similar with the other one. Again, you want to set your funnel to your intended area. Now on this base, notice how it is slightly symmetrical, so it really doesn't matter where you come in from. So you can come in from here or here and still get the same amount of value that he's going to be able to get. Now on this base, again, you're looking specifically for these three structures: the enemy queen, enemy CC, and the BK. You really want to get those three because those will help in the long haul. And you also then want to make sure that you can pick off any of the splash. Just like right here, this area right here specifically is going to give you a lot of value if you take that out with the kill squad. So you really want to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting with your attack. Now you'll see a different CC within this one just because it's a little bit better in terms of, will you be able to get to the core? It depends on if you're going to get to the core or not. So if you're not going to be able to, then you might want to use bowlers because they have that bowler bounce. But if you know that you're going to get to the core and the core is pretty open, use Valkyries. Valkyries will actually give you a much better option. So there gives you a really good idea of when to use bowlers, when to use Valkyries. You can even use, like, well, I guess you could use anything. You could even use this on the back end if you want. But on a kill squad, those are the two things that you should keep in mind. You could even bring a tank in there as well if you want to get even further in the base. Maybe even bring a jump spell. So what you'll see is that now the Valkyries are going to tear through the base along with the rage spell. And now you can see, just like how I said with this compartment, he got a lot of value out of the way thanks to the kill squad. And you can see is that the Valkyrie portion did a very good job at tearing up the core. Now, this time, instead of spamming them, he's going to surgically place them. Now, this attack, he probably didn't know about that Tesla, or that Troll Tesla. So that means that this is definitely, probably, a fresh hit. And what you'll see with this one is that he's just, again, going to just put a few hogs, 3, 4, 5 hogs on a specific defense on the outside, and then allow it to go through. So what you'll see is that as he puts them through, he's going to heal them up in certain areas like Splash, Point Defense, Inferno Towers, mainly multi-target Inferno Towers, and Giant Bombs. You really want to make sure that you guys can heal over those because those are really critical. The only thing that you can't heal over is going to be those spring traps. They are going to hit your hogs no matter what, depending on how they're placed. So you really want to make sure that if you're attacking it fresh, well, you're gonna have to deal with it. However, if it's a scout or if it was scouted before, aka if there was an attack that failed before it, then you may want to take a look at it, know where those spring traps are, and try to plan to take them out with the kill squad. That's a really good tip I can give you guys with this one. But you can just really see how Castellas is going to be able to get through the space. I know I probably butchered that, so I'm sorry. However, getting it done really easily and just showing you guys how strong this strategy is. Go Hobo is still a strong strategy to use. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the last army composition that we've got, which is the Queen Charge Mass Hog. So here we go. We've got the Queen Charge Mass Hog Attack Strategy, and what you're going to see with this one is that the same basic rules apply with this one, just like how it does with the Go Hobo. What you're looking for is you're looking to set a funnel this way, as well as setting a funnel here, so then your queen can start walking into the base. That's exactly what you want. Again, you're looking for 3 key objectives: the king, the queen, and the enemy CC. Those are your 3 key objectives. Everything else is icing on the cake. That's specifically those 3 things is what you're looking for. So when you attack with this attack strategy, you really want to make sure that you guys understand it. So bringing in goblins is usually not a bad idea, since, well, goblins will give you the most in terms of funneling. It's kind of mainly the town hall if it's on the outside, since it is a big structure. But another thing that's really good at is cleanup. So it depends on the base, but feel free to try and use it as cleanup. You'll see with what he's doing is he sets a funnel, a really good funnel here, making sure that the queen does not go over to that cannon and start going over that way towards this building over here, but not going this way. But what you'll see is that the stone slammer's been placed, but this time, and the queen actually gets to that defense first and won't be able to open the wall and will actually need help from the king. A few of those barbarians are going to go over, tank for the king on the outside, but you're going to see that the king starts to go in and is going to try and help take out the enemy queen, which he does, and the enemy queen here is actually going to help take out the enemy CC and the enemy BK, allowing her to get a lot of good value from this. So a lot of really, really good things going on. However, the healers did move away from the queen to the king, so that does really give him some problems here. However, he did already get all the value that he needed to, and he can start moving through the base with the hogs. Very, very similar to how you do any hog strategy. You really want to make sure that you can heal over giant bombs, inferno towers, splash buildings, i.e. wizard towers, bomb towers, and that is really, really critical. Now, when dealing with back-end skellies, you want to make sure that you bring a poison spell. Use the max poison spell on the enemy CC, and then use the non-maxed poison on the skellies. You really want to make sure that you can do that to get rid of them completely. You can see that both of those skelly traps there got taken out thanks to the poison, except for one that actually survives. However, you can still see how strong this attack strategy is here at Town Hall 10. We've got one more example here for you guys to really show you guys why this strategy is so strong, even if the Stone Slammer doesn't actually break open the compartment for the queen. You're still going to see some awesome stuff. Now, we saw 2 ice golems here, but you're going to see Valkyries next. Alright guys, so we've got our last example here, and this one is very similar to the other one, except the queen isn't going to be able to go in the base, but he does have Valkyries within the Stone Slammer. And what we are going to be taking a look at here from this one is the main reason is because he's going to be able to get the enemy queen and enemy king with it and lure out the enemy CC, which is again another dragon CC. So what you'll see is, again, setting the funnel with the goblins over here, taking out that town hall, and then allowing that queen to start walking wherever. So what you'll see from this is that he really wants her to go in a certain direction. He is going to have to pop the queen's ability really early. A lot of defense is hitting her. However, what you'll see is that now the Stone Slammer is going to go in, and it's not going to get the queen inside. However, he does have Valkyries as the backup plan. And what you'll see is that even a P.E.K.K.A is on the back end of the base, helping doing the funnel there. But what you'll also see is that the Valkyries completely tore down that complete area. And what you'll also see here is that now the CC is going off near here, allowing him to actually start the hogs really over on this side, allowing him to not even worry about it and deal with it later. So now what you'll see with this attack is that, again, he's sending in the hogs, placing the heal spells over multi-target infernos, splash, point defenses, bomb towers, giant bombs, all of that, and he really wants to make sure that those hogs can survive. However, what you'll see with this one is that he could have brought another heal spell to give his hogs a little bit more oomph through the rest of the base. So you are going to see that they are going to fall just short of getting all of the defenses down. However, he is still going to be able to get the triple thanks to the queen. And what you'll see is that even though the hogs didn't really have enough oomph, again, he could have brought another heal spell. However, he didn't predict that the queen wasn't going to go into the base and get a little bit more value, and that was the issue. So what you'll see with what he does is that one healer that's right there is actually going to be the MVP of this one, since that one healer is going to keep the enemy or the queen alive through those next 2 point defenses, especially that cannon, since it does more damage, and the archer tower on one healer with the queen. So you can really see how he was able to get through this base really nicely with that queen through the rest of it. So there you guys go. That's going to do it, guys, for the video. If you guys enjoyed, why not leave a like and subscribe for more of my content. And if you guys want to join the Exit Humanity family, the link to our Discord is in the description. And if you guys want to hit me up on Twitter, you guys can. My handle is on the screen, and the link to it is in the description below. And if you guys want to go ahead and join my community Discord, feel free. That link is also in the description below. So hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.